Wayne Curry was a true Prince Georgian.
He always gave back to Prince George's County. It was his heart. Until the day he died, it was his heart. I've never seen a soul like Wayne Curry.
I mean, there's been nothing in my life to compare to the great privilege and honor of serving you as the first African-American county executive.
Elected in 1994, Wayne Curry served 2 terms and came to symbolize a historical transformation of one of the largest jurisdictions in the state. Entering Prince George's County at a pivotal time, Wayne was about to lead a region littered with societal issues of all kinds, some of which he had already faced as a young boy.
He attended Bladensburg High School. He grew up in Cheverly. It's called the 4th Ward of Cheverly, which is a minority African-American section during some very difficult times. I mean, Prince George's County was a little tough back in, the 50s, 60s, and even the 70s.
And that toughness showed in 1997 while serving his first term in office. Culminating memories of his father's fight in 1959 to send he and his brother Darrell to a school closer to home, Wayne decided to end a long overdue court-ordered school desegregation years after the landmark case, Brown versus the Board of Education.
So by the time Wayne came along, even though he was born in 1951, the schools still were not integrated. So they had to fight, notwithstanding that Supreme Court edict.
It didn't make sense to put elementary school children on a bus to go from Seat Pleasant all the way to Bowie. Wayne left behind a legacy that any aspiring elected official would want to follow.
I would say the greatest projects we have here are thanks to his vision. I was chair of the delegation at the time that they wanted to develop that site. And it was Wayne who called us in Annapolis and said, I want to get money to build this National Harbor site. We need to do the infrastructure around it. But he saw it. And he saw Prince George's County rising out of, what was a landfill down there, it looks like, and into this city.
Boulevard Camp Center, the Bowie Town Center, National Harbor, FedEx Field all came about in terms of development projects under Wayne's administration. Well, the shame of it is that we didn't honor Wayne more during his lifetime.
Well, we both were elected county executive in 1994, and we got together very quickly, being the 2 biggest jurisdictions in the state of Maryland. He elevated Prince George's, I think, to a different level in the region and in the state of Maryland through his force of will.
He was the impetus for what is now known as the Wayne K. Curry Sports and Learning Center, because he went toe-to-toe with Jack Kent Cooke when Jack Kent Cooke wanted to put the football stadium in Prince George's County. He inherited a deficit, a $130 million deficit when he took office. By the end of his 2 terms, he had turned that around to $100 million surplus.
He was such an optimist. I mean, he always was half full. He could see potential, or maybe others couldn't. He was the president of our company. In his suit, he would take a pose as if he's surfing, and he'd say, this wave is coming, and we need to get paddling because we're going to ride it, and it's going to be the greatest ride ever.
He could turn a phrase better than anybody else. He had the quickest mind. I wish I had it. He was so quick-witted.
Wayne would often say, stop majoring in the minors. In other words, we need to look at the big picture. Don't be so concentrated on those small, unimportant issues when there's a bigger issue at hand.
Aside from committing to a lifetime of community service, Wayne was a husband, a father, a lawyer, and a businessman. Whether it was preserving the county's bond rating, standing up for the rights of his constituents, or providing the best for his family, there is no doubt Wayne Curry was a one-of-a-kind, unique, and caring individual. Today, the applause for Curry continues to ring loud and clear.
I enjoyed making history. I enjoyed winning an improbable battle. It was a wonderful fulfillment of a bunch of values that I had been taught.
For his leadership during one of the most transformative periods in Prince George's County's history, and for his lifelong commitment to public service, the Maryland Chamber of Commerce proudly inducts Wayne Curry into its Maryland Business Hall of Fame.